How women knack themselves by themselves to satisfy themselves when no man is available. Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'll be telling us how women give themselves organisms without the help of men, in the absence of men. Alright, you'll be wondering, when you see single ladies, divorcee, widow, ladies living alone, how did they get that kind of satisfaction in the absence of man? Alright, or those women that their husband live in other states, live abroad, didn't they get honey? If they get, how did they quench it? How did they come to conclusion, to give themselves that kind of maximum satisfaction that a man can use his own, joystick to, give him that kind of feelings that she wants. All right, so I'll be explaining it for you bit by bit in three ways. All right, yes, majority of women, should I say out of 100, 80% of women feel it even without the presence of men. They feel it, and what causes it is when they are, watching all these films, you know reading books that is related to knacking, talking that is related to knacking, discussion related to knacking. That's will, trigger that urge. Even if they try to wave it off, it won't still go. Alright, because that urge had been in them. The only way to, satisfy themselves by themselves is by, making themselves to come. Unlike as men used to be in the absence of women to get what they want at the moment. That is how women also use their hands to, satisfy themselves in order to feel free. Alright, even if they try to wave it up, it will not still, go, because their mind, the emotion, everything have been programmed to that market until they do one thing or the other before they will calm down. Alright, especially when they are on the ovulation, there is nothing they will do that will make it to stop until they test that bola, they test that joystick. Okay, so number one is by using their hands. This their finger, it has work. I know that with this finger, you cannot compare it with a natural joystick that, will trust you to your satisfaction. But when they use their finger, they will be, caressing their body, as one finger is down there touching their crease by themselves, their clit by themselves, putting hand inside their honey pot to get that kind of sensation they want. At least out of, should I say, 100% feeling, they will get like 50, 80, depending how they do it. You know that not all women know how to use their hands to give themselves organism, but when they keep practicing it, they will be perfect in it. All right, but no matter what, it can be natural feelings. All right, but just for the meantime, to use it to calm the situation at hand. So when they are using that their hands to put inside and be, doing joysticks to it, doing, joystick to their man, to their partner, as in form of manhood, and they use the other hand and be, grabbing their oranges and be doing justice to it, teasing their nipple. It helps them a lot to gash out, to pour, to relieve them from, that urge. It's preferable than, going out sleeping around, because they don't know who is recording you, who is monitoring you, especially the married women. Correct, you don't know who is monitoring you, don't know who is videoing you, you don't know who is setting you up. So stay in your house, do it like that, just that is it, and your body will calm, your system will calm, you feel that kind of calmness, that kind of joy feelings. You know why? Because you have gash out. All right, so that is number one way women satisfy themselves in the absence of men. Number two, by using a knacking toys. Right, when they are using a knacking toys, it gives them that kind of joy they want. When this urge comes, it triggers everything in you, and it can make you to be sleeping around if you are not disciplined. All right, you can be sleeping with anything under trouser, which is not good. All right, so they prefer to use this knacking toy, and this knacking toy have different sizes in length, in width, in size, any type you want. You have manual, you have electrical. Those that are using it carry it around so that when the urge come, they can use it anywhere they want. They use it in their shop, in their office, at home. They carry it in the cars, those that have car, because the urge can come at any time. They might, sight something that would trigger that urge to come. So that's why they carry it along, alright? It's not heavy. You can even carry it and nobody will. So they use this marking tool to get that kind of love, that kind of feeling, sensation that they want. So that is number two way women satisfy themselves by themselves without the presence of a man. So they use knacking toy. Number three way they satisfy themselves is they use pillow. When they carry that pillow, they position their owner, especially their clit, direct to that pillow and riding on it. It makes them to get that feeling, to get that sensation. It makes them to cash out. There are many ways, but I just choose to tell you or educate you on these three ways that women use to satisfy themselves by themselves without a man, so that you stop reasoning, you stop thinking that this woman, this girl is so decent, that since her husband travel, since her husband is not in the state, since she broke up with her partner, you start reasoning all those things. I want to let you know that they do these things I just mentioned without you knowing. They do it to quench that urge. They do it to satisfy their craving. They do it to get that kind of feelings they want, in order to avoid sleeping around, in order to avoid messing themselves up in the public, or looking for any available bowler, any available machine gun to plug, to socket into their honey pot to give them that feeling. But in all these things I just mentioned, none is compared to natural trust, natural machine, natural carrot. The feeling is top notch. You cannot compare it with a machine program, to satisfy your craving, to satisfy you for the moment. Nothing like direct socket, direct cucumber. Alright. So in all, the women use this in order to make themselves feel warm, feel like a woman. Alright. Thank you for watching. I guess you watched to the end. Thank you, and keep sharing this my post so that it can be recognized by other pages.